How are you at being able to put those skeletons to your left?
Here?
Nope. Nope. No, there you go.
I can do it.
The big skeleton right there. It's a whole box.
Oh,
of
sweet.
skeletons.
Do you think you cleaned up, took the skeletons out of the other space?
I think I did. I don't know. Did I not? Here, put them up underneath. They're cool. And let me turn on the
I think so. It looks like they're all here. There's no gaps in the one I painted in there. So I don't, you know.
Well, let me see if I turn on the close-up cam. Hang on. Here. Let's show the open that up. What are we missing?
I don't think we're missing anything. It's just, I don't see any
Just slide it over.
real gaps.
Just asked what I was missing as a filler for words to say. So let's see how our close-up cam thing is working. There we go.
Them bones, them.
These ain't
Skelly bones.
These are old. Was it say Ralph Parth on the bottom of them?
See, I think this is the one I painted.
Where?
Left middle.
That guy?
Yeah. The red eyes.
Is it Red Eyes? We're the Red Eyes. You know what that's from? The quote, "We're the Red Eyes."
I'm blanking on it. Hey, they got a flag. That means
It's from Mystery Men.
I'm still blanking on the.
When they first I don't remember what it was. One of the other bands of defenders. Just close it up. There you go. Close her up.
There's overlap on those ones, so that's what's fixing it. We had this. I forgot the skeletons have a flag, and that dwarf army I got has some flags. So if there's, you need to have pictures like the dwarves versus skeletons. You have, I don't know, no reason they couldn't have them with or without flags. Just interesting.
What has a flag?
The skeletons have a flag. And,
Oh, like a banner?
yeah, we have.
All right.
It's just, I don't know why I like the miniatures with banners. You have the goblins with a
they're
banner,
cool.
the
So-
skeletons with a flag, dwarves with a banner.
So in lots of rules, put that out there, for miniatures, which is different than RPG rules, right?
Yeah.
They have, if you have a banner, you have different rules for the thing with banners. Usually there's a morale boost and things like that. So what do you think about, you know about morale in D&D?
Yeah.
I think it was just for monsters, but not PCs. But you had henchmen, right? A lot of you were debate how to deal with hit point and power crawl or whatever.
Yeah.
One of the ways they got it in the past was you had henchmen, because then you didn't care. That was just your soak, right? So they would absorb, and then you wouldn't waste your spells and your healing on them because they were there to suck up points.
Right.
So would that be a way in one of those games? I mean, nowadays you have to soak up all the points because, oh my gosh, you wouldn't have henchmen that would be soaking up your points. That would be unheroic. Why not have that for like the adventure series? Just have some NPCs along.
They have some stuff for that. I think the way they've already built it in is with the.
I have to turn that down a bit. There you go.
With a couple of the sets, a couple of the newer ones, and also the Dungeon Command stuff. They did some ally stuff.
Okay.
That triggers off of like an encounter card that you can shuffle in.
Okay.
That would basically say pull a random ally.
I like your idea of building.
I'm just saying that's how they did
I
it.
understand. No, I get that. I love rando. I get that. But you made a good point. D&D's 2 games.
Yeah.
Whether it's the adventure series, which is fun, or regular D&D. The whole evolution of Session 0, right, is because D&D's 2 games.
Yeah.
Right? It's creation, and it's playing. Right? Does that bug you when I throw these?
No, I don't mind that. I still think Session 0 is more just...
No, I get that. Getting the group to decide what's boundaries and what are we going to play. No, I get that. Okay. So, let's throw Session 0 out.
Yeah.
Character creation session.
Yeah.
Okay. Whether it's the same or whatever. It's a different game, and the reason I mentioned it with Session 0 is because as you're discussing character creation, right?
Yeah.
This is for me because I don't come with a set, this is how the world's going to be. I have a world, but I have no idea how the group's going to interact with the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Whether the world's going to be comic, action, adventure, superhero-ish, whatever, with hit points, lots, low, whatever, gritty. It can be any of them. And you kind of find that out during character creation with people because they're busy building their characters and, or talking about that stuff a little bit. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a group that you already know the group. But anyway, you just mentioned pulling out a random ally, right? Which...
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know.
I'm fiddling. I'm listening.
So... Say, and I always go back to Keep on the Borderlands, right? So say we're at the Keep on the Borderlands. And you start, right? And you're going to go to the Caves of Chaos, right? But you have all that, we got to get ready and all that stuff, right? Which is its own session, right? That's in character creation usually, right? A lot of times it takes long to create and then you go, and grab some stuff. So instead of drawing randomly, and the game we're talking about, the adventure series, right?
Yeah.
Why not make that part of, you pick have allies that are this kind, like you went into the tavern to pick them. That's just the deck of cards, which you could pick them randomly, but you could go through them, and they cost you, they cost you a certain amount or something. Or if you make a roll, that guy will do it for free. Or if you're a paladin, this guy automatic. You know what I mean? Kind of like. Still just take 3 minutes, but it just adds a... Does that slow down the game?
You mean
does
like,
it make
in the build the character, not like a town action?
Yeah. Instead of the town action, I think that whole Saltmarsh had town action. They didn't know town action. It was dumb.
Yeah.
It was absolutely just, look at this, we have town tiles. That's it. It had nothing to do with you. You just rolled and attacked, kind of thing. It was, why aren't we moving by?
Oh, those things. Those. What I said before with those, just to get back to just the ground on that, it was in the module they had to include it, right?
What?
It was in the actual Saltmarsh module to escort the people through the town, so they had to include it.
Maybe, but still, the game designer still had a chance to make a town thing, and they could have just used them as tiles, like dungeon tiles, and go through it as if it was, you move a tile, they
so
move
then my thought for there would be, remember the zombies game that we don't play very often because
yes. Well, just
zombies.
Well, and it's just because we don't have that many.
But
people
again,
we
you can
play
have
with.
because you can't have you can't have them be flip side of the normal dungeon tile stack.
Right, because they won't match.
Because then you could know what's coming out.
Well, it's the puzzle piece doesn't fit.
Yeah.
The zombies would work because it's just squares.
That game's set idea is like the flip flop inside outside pieces.
Which game? Zombies or Adventure Series?
Adventure Series.
D&D Adventure Series, right?
Not in the in the war game part side of that family. Has green on one side, underground on the other.
Okay.
But I mean, you can make it match the what side you printed it on, it wouldn't matter.
Right.
But just have it, because some sets had a cavern stack, some set
Hey,
and
Legends.
the dungeon
How
stack.
you doing? Hey, Time Roller.
Hey, Hey, Legends.
How you doing?
It just. But in the zombies, it had different buildings.
No, I get that.
Pieces.
That's not gameplay. That's just building game.
No, yeah.
Right? I mean, what you're talking about.
So you just have the town as.
No, I get it. Yeah, no, I get that. That's what they could have done instead. That's what I'm agreeing with that.
Yeah.
What I mean is not when that'd be a session. That'd be a play session, though it's a board game, right? We're talking a little bit of D&D adventure series a bit, Time Roller. Well, and character creation-ish stuff, and well, we're kind of all over the map. But if you're creating the character, right? Mm-hmm. You're just picking power cards, whatever, however you are doing it. Whether you were turning regular D&D into a method of, pulling cards, puzzle pieces instead of, choosing or having them in card form so it's easier for a new person to choose, right? Sure. I mean, I'm surrounded with, there's Dragon Quest, there's the old easy to master D&D, all these different ways to try to make it more approachable.
Uh-huh.
What I'm saying is, in that same series, as you're putting together your person, part of that session, right, could be, while you're still not even completely made, you kind of go to the general store or get your stuff type of thing, because you equip your character right off the bat, right? I was thinking you could include getting an ally type thing for that adventure series game, or some way to make it, or a henchman or whatever.
I think it would still, all that would have to be off the map though.
Exactly.
But
Be a deck. You could have a tavern deck. But you were talking about randomly getting an ally. Yeah. And I said, instead of randomly getting an ally, pick those allies, henchmen, whatever. You have them out there, and whether they're a deck of cards or whatever, you put them all on the table and say, you're at the tavern. These are the 5 guys available to. Yeah. Or what are those games where you set up like in Wingspan, right? Here's the common ones, and here's your 2 that you have to choose from that no one else has, and you could play a game to set up your party, your henchmen, and your things, if that makes sense. And that guy, I guess, definitely would like them to have a loyalty to you or whatever. I don't know, or just a weird thing. It was just a thought.
I think that's a good idea. I think adding a bunch of intricacies other than essentially purchasing or whatever gaining is a bit much for that system.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be a good idea. Probably have to do something to do with, because they usually don't have a ton of hit points that act like monsters.
Their job is
you'd have to give them something like if they have 1 hit point left, they try and make it out or something.
Oh. Yeah. You could have them each one could have their own little randomly morale, like the morale check. That's how we started talking about that. Morale checks were important to henchmen.
But you'd have
We've
to
kind of gotten rid
make
of that.
them be dead if they died. Like, you can't keep bringing. I mean, unless you
could probably use a healing surge on one.
Yeah, bring a healing surge, but I mean,
you just waste because then it's management. Do you want to waste your consumables? I mean, to be heroic, waste your consumables. I mean, I try not to play with them being consumables. You always play with them as being consumables. It works as a character, but I just forget I have stuff, actually, which is another reason it's cool to have cards, just to say you have stuff. But so what you up to, Legends?
Yeah.
How you been? It's been a while.
Yeah.
It's funny, Legends has DM at the back there, and I always think that means you're a DM, and if I remember right, you're not. Which is totally fine. It's just always funny. Where my brain goes. And I have bad eyes. What's the
Streamlabs?
No, the thing saying hi. What is the picture?
Oh.
That Legends.
It is a wave.
Oh, sweet. Yes. Here, I will wave back if I can get my mouse to work properly. Why is my mouse? There it is. La Cucaracha. Here. Waves. Speaking of waves.
Get your wave and you're sitting on top of the world.
My dice bag. Haven't used that in a while. So you want to talk about morale? I mean, is that a thing? Do you think that's out of the game? Why do we not have morale anymore, or do we? Does fifth edition have morale?
I don't know the official rules on morale, but to my knowledge, it's basically just like a will save, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, so we used to have morale checks because we didn't have ability checks, but it's a little different because then it became like loyalty. I think there was loyalty checks, but that could also happen between adventures, right? Your henchman could decide that you suck and go away. I want to look at a rule though. I want to read a rule. Do I want to? Just you tell me. Do I want to start at the top or the bottom? OG. Let's start OG.
Okay.
And let's see how many things I can tip over to try to get this out. Here, why don't you hold this? We're about to need that anyway. Here, we're gonna leave this guy as a sacrifice. There you go.
Oh my.
I'll get my original DMG, right? What's falling down here? Is that a character?
Yes, it's Sogbo.
Sogbo? My barbarian halfling?
Indeed.
Is that right? Isn't he a barbarian halfling? Like all of my halflings have bow as their last.
Huh?
Okay. I think all of my halflings have bow. No, this isn't my old one. This is the one that's like keeping all fresh. Hang on, I'll put this one back in.
Oh.
It's all fresh and stuff. Oh, did you watch Stranger Things? Well, no spoil. I won't give you any spoilers, but we finished it.
Yeah.
Because I thought that because they use a DMG. That's not a spoiler. At some point you see a DMG, and it is not this edition. It's the one with. Oh, I guess is that the player's handbook that has the big idol on it. Why did I not remember?
I don't know.
Why, son? All right. I should put duplicates somewhere else because I got like 3 first edition DMGs. Here we go. And there's stuff on top of this one. There we go. Where do you think morale is? Can I find it in the back? Under M, do I have where's that magnifying glass? I wonder if that means Time Roller just finished. Were you playing something, Time Roller? Although we might have an ad going. Although technically, if I have an ad show up, but they just joined, they shouldn't have to go see the ad because the pre-roll's off. But I don't know how that works.
I don't know.
Magic, melee.
All my experimenting with being on my phone watching the stream just made me more confused.
You've watched the stream?
Oh, I've been here with my phone on the stream.
Okay.
I've watched it a couple times when you play like a single player game. I watched you play Baldur's Gate, I think.
All right. So have you ever seen this? There's both the DMG and the player's handbook are referenced in this index. And bold is in this book and not bold is in the other book. So 36, 37. I think. Look at this is pretty though. My ass. Just where Where's my close-up cam? There we go. That's just good artwork. This is from the first edition. But you look everywhere, it's like there's stuff everywhere. It's just good. Alright, so what am I looking for? Oh, Morale, right?
Uh-huh.
That's on 37. The font in this is awful. Oh, well, there you go. Since I'm flipping through. What's he doing?
I can't
What's
see.
it say?
One false move, wizard, and your familiar gets it.
So what are they doing with him?
It's really hard for me to see text and pictures on a computer screen if it's coming through a camera.
Especially when it's moving around like this?
Yes.
Alright. We're looking for Morale.
It looks in focus. It's just, for whatever reason, it's just like a weird thing for me.
Okay. Loyalty of henchmen and hirelings. Obedience and morale. Alright. What do you think about that, Spock? Alright.
I think he thinks you should live long and prosper.
I think he does think I should live long and prosper. Let's get to us here. Alright. The loyalty of all non-player characters associated with a given player character, depends on many factors. First and foremost is the charisma of the PC, of course. This initial loyalty is modified by subsequent factors and the continuing relations between between liege and his or her henchman. An insidious plot from within. Hang on. Okay. Between liege and his or her henchmen and hirelings. Loyalty is important when trouble arises, whether it is some insidious plot from within, a challenge from a rival, or in adventures or adventures or warfare. Typical situations which require a check for loyalty, obedience, or morale are shown hereafter. Checks are made by adjustment of the base loyalty score due to the PC's charisma rating. The final total is compared to the result of the percentile dice roll, and if the total is less than the number shown on the dice, the figure or figures in question are disloyal, disobedient, or have poor morale. Remember I said when we were reading some just convoluted set of rules that the reason it was so lengthy and obscure or whatever, hard to just, why not make it simple? They didn't have a lot of these concepts yet in games a lot, so just the idea of percentile dice and all that and figures, and so I think that's part of it. But here's this, is this a hireling? What do we got here?
Giving someone else a sword.
Yep. He's like, hey, look, sure, I'll take that. Sure, you want me to be the sword guy?
Yeah, I'll take all your swords. No, it's,
yeah, you give me some money and I'll take a sword.
And then I can stab you in the back and take the rest.
No, you wouldn't stab me. Would you stab me in the back?
No, why would I do that?
Yeah,
No, I don't know.
Well, that's the first answer. The first guy goes, of course I would. And, well, then, stab. Oops. Okay, what do you guys say? Oh, no, sure, we're good. So let's see when you would roll. Typical loyalty, obedience, and morale check situations. Offered bribe. If you fail, if the roll's a failure, they cooperate. Ordered to testify against liege. Obviously, they agree if you fail. Has a chance to steal goods. Steals. Left alone in possible danger. Deserts. Abandoned. Deserts. Ordered into possible danger, refuses. So that means if you leave the guys behind, right? What, you're abandoning me? No, you're staying behind to watch the stuff. Right? But you're abandoning them, right?
Yeah.
So that would be a loyalty roll. So if you left them behind and they fail, they would leave. Now then you'd have to do another one to see if they take stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I would anyway. Or you do the rule of cool. You don't have to roll, right? If the game idea, when it was all miniatures on a table, you would roll because it's the mini, right? The more we've gone into role play, you would go, well, what's the backstory of the guy and would he take it? Or is it funny if they take, that one thing? Are you trying to punish them and, whatever? Or that's the original idea of why you don't split the party. Because
the rogue runs off, David?
Well, no. A lot of situations it makes total sense to split the group. Right?
Yeah.
But it's a pain in the ass to the DM. So I think the original reasons not to split the party is the DM gets tired of it, and the guy that's split off, he just drops rocks on his head, and then he doesn't have to deal with it. That's not a good DM necessarily, but it definitely why tempt the poor 12-year-old friend that's being the DM with a easy solution to make it simpler for him or her. What do you want next? Here, let me put this here.
Probably a disc that sits upon this rotating platform with grooves.
Yeah.
Meticulously ground into
We're
it.
going to give them top down.
Or I suppose pressed into it to
Is it more
imitate
interesting
an
or
auditory
close-up?
pattern that was done sometime in the
Which is
past.
more interesting. I'll do that. So yeah, you want another record?
Yeah, probably.
Is that what you're saying? Which record was the idea? You brought some out, right?
The only one I pulled out that I think has words was the duck. I didn't know if you wanted...
Disco Duck?
I don't know.
Did you pull out Banjo Spectacular?
I did.
Banjo Spectacular?
You'd think we'd have enough banjos by now.
It's like we're doing a banjo every week. The Banjo Barons. This is a demo. Not for sale. It's Banjo Spectacular. String along with the Banjo Barons. Well, it's a mono.
I think we'll survive.
You think we'll be okay with mono?
Yes.
Okay, here they go. They tell us a cup of coffee and sandwich and virtuoso banjo pickers playing 37 old-time favorites spell relaxation, fun, and nostalgia. No? That's what we do. I mean, right, that's what you want. You're here for relaxation, fun, and nostalgia. What could be better than, what's it called again? The Banjo Barons.
Yeah.
And their Banjo Spectacular. That's a hypothetical question, rhetorical question, not to be answered. I don't really want to. Well, sure, why not? What could be better? If you can think of what could be better, you tell us right here in chat. Because otherwise, I'm assuming, and because I have my project blocks, which is the foundation of learning, I can learn that nothing could suit this relaxation and nostalgia itch than the Banjo Barons. But buddy, it's awful quiet without anything. I hear.
Here, do you want to do your
laptop.
magic and get that little spot off
Oh
again?
jeez. Yeah. Where? I lost it. You should tell me what this thing up here?
Yeah.
I don't want to damage the Banjo Barons. It's like an egg. Is it an egg sack of something that's placed upon it?
No. You could get those off. I take it you haven't left plastic things outside for spiders and stuff to get in.
Dude, I told you that. Yes, I've left stuffed animals as a kid. I learned my lesson leaving stuffed animals in North Carolina out for like...
I think I can let the auto drop.
You think? On band? Buddy, this is... what was it? Coffee, a sandwich, and what? Read the back. Coffee.
And a virtuoso banjo pickers.
These are virtuoso banjo pickers. I'm not just going to willy-nilly drop it to slam
I thought
upon
you were the one that
vinyl.
said the auto thing was fine.
It is, but not for such a important record. This is the world record. Hang on, this is the page before what I was reading. This had better work. Why are they dressed up like Mickey Mouse?
Why not be dressed up like Mickey Mouse? They're mice.
I don't know, but what's this thing they're going to... No, they're not.
They're not
They're
mice?
dressing up like mice, saying this had better work.
I think you need to ask the players.
I think they're trying to sneak in. Oh, this is the old... This is a classic. Dave, get the barbarian in the corner another drink, quick. You get it?
Yeah.
Alright.
But the barbarian just threw away his axe. Now you can...
Yeah, now you did. Well, see, you're always a player, right? Don't need to get the barbarian a drink quick. He got rid of his axe, so now you can kick his ass. Is that what you're saying?
No, now he's gonna be... if we have a sword, and we hope he doesn't... And we keep his axe away from him.
So here you go. Remember that. So the whole reason I'm in morale, right? Sorry to cut off your joke.
Yeah.
Is the hiring of henchmen and stuff as part of this creation process, right?
Yep.
Well, look. How would you like to get a henchman? Posting notices in public costs you 50 gold peaks, and it's 10 to 40% effective.
Huh?
What's that say?
Hiring a crier.
Hear ye, hear ye! The guys over there want to hire an adventurer. It only costs you 10.
But
That's
no
like,
one wants to listen.
it doesn't work so well. That's like a sign spinner. Does a sign spinner really work, right?
It's supposed to.
Oh, what a great thing, right? It's at the Keep on the Borderland, right? The three groups of adventurers get there at the same time. And there's only so many henchmen to be hired, and so, you know, one guy hires the town crier guy. He's spinning the thing. Maybe wait, you're the guy you're the low man on the total pole in the group, and to save 10 gold pieces, you're just going to be the sign spinner yourself.
You're the bard.
Hiring.
I bet you I have a better than 1 to 10% chance.
Probably so. Hiring agents to seek prospects, 300 gold pieces, and look at that, it's only 20 to 50%. And what? Frequenting inns and taverns, special. That's why you go to taverns.
You have to roleplay those ones.
That's why you go to taverns, because then you can get them, right? Instead of just rolling.
Yeah.
That, I bet you, is why it's evolved to we go to the tavern, because I'm not going to pay 300 gold pieces for a 20 to 50% chance to get a thing that soaks up hit points when we get attacked, right? And it could also be why when we're role playing it in Koi's game, every person we start to meet and I start getting along with, and I say, that guy looks like he could soak up damage and go first. But well, where was I? Oh, reasons that you'd have to roll for loyalty, right? But this is the problem too. I talked about the rules, right? These are possible situations, right?
Yes.
So what do you do if it's a situation not in here? So once you start writing rules for each one, you're almost taking away the ability to justify, a weak DM or whatever goes, well, it's not on there, I guess you don't roll, right? I mean, it's supposed to just be like suggestions on when would be a good time, but once you write a rule for it, you almost empower not the reason for the idea for the rule is to have you have a realistic or not, whatever, a fun way to figure out loyalty, right? And once you start with rules, then you've almost why are you doing that? You're against me. It's not in the book, type of thing. And it's like guidelines versus in stone, if that makes any sense. And I'm very much a guidelines DM. But with building that trust first, because without that trust, roles like that become, hey, he's against us. You know what I mean? If it's not fitting in the table that's already existing. Does that make sense?
Uh-huh.
So let's see. Ordered to perform a heroic act. He's a henchman. He doesn't have to. So we usually play the henchman as he's an extension of you as a player, right? So you're like, I'm going to put this guy over here because then he can do that because that's the best. I can maximize my turn. I can maximize our team, right?
Uh-huh.
And we just assume the henchman does what you ask him to. But like this suggests, if you tell him to do ordered into possible danger, it's a roll. He might say, no way, dude. Asps, very dangerous. Right? And he goes, go ahead. It's like, no, you go first. Right?
Yeah.
If he's not a character and a henchman instead. Does that make any sense? Ordered to perform heroic or dangerous act, same thing. Ordered to rescue party members. Ordered to rescue a liege, that the guy who hired him. In combat with possible dangerous foe. So you might order these guys, give them the sword, all that stuff. But if you don't have a good leadership skill,
It's like, no, dude, I'm just here because you're gonna give me this random sword every now and then.
exactly. You didn't say it was gonna be hard. You get some to eat, you alright?
Yeah, okay.
You dying?
No,
It's
just a little
hot.
bit. I'm fine.
It's warm.
I know.
Let's see. Liege incapacitated or slain, runs away if he fails. It's like, fuck it, the guy that hired me is dead. I'm out of here. Offered surrender terms. He's like, yeah, I'm good. We'll surrender. Surrounded by a superior foe, surrenders. Order to use up or diminish own magic item. No way, man. So how does that roll? Where do we base that? Let's see. Loyalty of henchman and allied creature. Normal loyalty base is 50% plus or minus the charisma. So a normal roll, you just have a 50-50, right? Then it gets better or worse if you're basically a good guy, a nice guy, or a dickhead, right?
Yeah.
This is how I like to do it. This is how I used to do it. Oh. This is faces. That one didn't work. Silly. I guess that would be confused. What is that? That's scared. This is not a loyalty die, but a face or attitude die. Angry. Be a random reaction. Random whatever. Random dude. Here. Now you take those few pages. It starts back and goes forward.
Yeah.
Something about henchmen that you're interested in. I would started with morale, so all of that's kind of morale. And does the modern editions have anything like that?
It would be a
modern-
DMG thing,
yep.
so I'm super familiar with it.
I'll get that. I'll get all the way to 2024. We'll kind of back in both sides of this. Don't want to drop anything on the
I
record.
don't know. I think you already said pretty much everything there was to say on them.
No, I didn't. There was something right underneath that.
Underneath where?
So where was I? So all I read was this little bit.
Yeah. And there's tables to the rest, basically.
Well, let's talk about also didn't do any of this henchman stuff. Where's henchman start?
Here.
Didn't read any of that. Just glance it over and see if there's anything cool in there. So you can say something and I can rest my voice a little bit.
Okay.
And I pulled up the monster manual, not the DMG. Come on. Let me move Pathfinder. Put down the monster manual. Now you'll know my joke when I say Joel, get off the babysitter. Put down the monster manual. To me is like, Joel, put down the monster manual. I don't think anyone else will have any clue what I'm talking about.
I'm still blanking on you.
We just watched a movie. Who's the U-boat commander?
Okay.
You have any idea what I'm talking about?
Yes, but again, I'm not pulling the line you're referencing. I'm sure it's that movie.
Okay, let me look for morale here in the DMG. And this is the original DMG 5.
It will take from 2 to 8 days for all prospective henchmen who are going to apply to locate the player character and seek them out to apply for the job.
So you got your guy spinning the sign saying.
It takes 2 to 8 days for them to come to you, and then during this period of time, the PC must remain in the place they made known as the spot to go for employment.
So you got to sit there waiting for people to show up to work for you.
Failure to do so result in a loss of any applicants coming that day, and each day coming are known by you.
So,
sorry, I skipped one. Thereafter, he or she they are not available. When the total number of applicants coming are known to you, divide this number by the number of days during which notice is getting around, 2 to 8. And this will give the number of applicants per day. Always have any odd numbers remaining come during the first or second day.
So evens on the first day, odds on the second day? Okay.
No, the first 2 days the odd numbers can come and then make it even the rest. Here's what it said. When a character arrives for employment, it is considered poor manners to enspell them in any way, to possibly in the case of
you mean
no
like charm
alignment
them?
to detect a good evil.
Yeah, so you...
To see if it's a spy. To say nothing of physically searching them. Direct questions.
Wait, you come into work for him and you start... Well, yeah.
Start casting spells and frisking them.
Yeah, but that's what we do nowadays, right? Go through the...
Direct questions about alignment and religion are usually taken poorly.
Maybe that's why we have such a situation in our world right now where there's so little trust. Is that it's like, hey, I want to fly somewhere. And then it's like, you're treated like a criminal everywhere. You start getting pissed off. But that's politics, so let's... So back in the day, here's your group. We're for little first level guys, we need henchmen, or whatever, you need henchmen, because back then henchmen still are a good thing, right? But now you're finding out that the henchmen, right, first type of trouble, they're like making rolls to say, the heck with this, right? The second thing they're doing is you have to wait like a week and a half for them just to show up to try to get a job.
Yeah. And then you have to say, yep, you can join the party.
Now you know why the thing's is special for tavern. It's like, oh, the hell with that. Let's just go to the tavern.
But then you got the cost of successful employment.
Okay.
In addition to the cost of getting prospective henchmen to seek employment, player character designed to hire one or more of them must be prepared to take a substantial offer, which is comprised of the following considerations. Initial payment, not less than 100 gold pieces per level of the applicant. must be offered.
Yep. So I'm a third level guy.
This will leave a base 25% interest in accepting the position for each additional 100 gold pieces.
Oh, wait. So you give me 300. I'm a third level guy. Mm-hmm. I'm third level cleric. So you're going to tithe my group, my church, 300 for me just to listen to you?
And then you have to pay 25% interest upon that. I guess it's
So I'm gonna get $300, but if it's an extra week,
for each additional 100 gold pieces you spent above, I guess, first level, interest increases to only 10% to a maximum of 55%.
So if I'm interested,
Yes.
how interested am I at if I'm first level and you give me 100 gold pieces?
Yep.
How interested am I?
100
That's
gold
just a
pieces
basic-
if you're a payment-oriented interest.
Okay.
100 gold pieces plus 25%,
Well, because I'm only first
25 however often, which it did not state how often that was.
level. Okay. How often what?
It want to give the interest.
Oh, how often? So
It doesn't say how often to pay
I
it.
still know. So you're gonna have to back up because to me, I got
100 gold pieces.
Yes.
And a recurring charge of 25 gold pieces because it's a quarter. It's 25% of the charge.
Right.
The rules.
I get an extra 25 for like every week.
It does not specify how often, but that's what.
But that's the thing. Depending on the
Yes.
time period, you say, and I'll give you an extra 25 a week. So 100 to come with us and 25 a week. What does that get me as interest? 50?
25%.
Oh, that's just 25% interest.
Yeah. And
interest. Okay.
and-
I was thinking of interest like loan. So
And then
I'm
add then for every.
I'm 25% interested at 100 gold pieces.
Yep. And then the interest goes up by 10% for every 100 gold. Essentially every level, because it's 100
So
gold.
if you give me 200 and I'm a first level guy, how interested am I?
That's not what
Read it again.
they're doing.
Okay.
100 gold pieces per level of experience.
Yes.
A base interest of 25% of
Okay.
100.
Okay. Well,
So you calculate the exact amount. You have a 25% interest.
what's this what boodle-doo? Did we join? Why would I have something?
It didn't. That was the squeak. That was the bar moving on its own.
No. There was a. That wasn't a doodle-doo?
No, that was a mechanical rubbing of
Okay.
something.
Okay. But I think
Seating or finishing
here's where this interest is getting confusing because you're trying to read it between us. Hey, just hang on. It's not your problem that you're doing it. Okay, you're not doing anything
I'm not saying I
wrong.
was doing anything.
Okay. For 100 gold pieces, my first level guy
Yes.
is 25% chance he's going to do it.
Yep, that's the base interest.
Right. For 25% base interest means he'll do it. So I can roll the D100 right now, and if it was 25 or less, I'd do it.
No, that's not it at all. This is all about pay. They've already agreed. They've accepted.
No, I think that's because right now you're saying that was. Why do you do it like that?
What?
You do it like you're pissed off
I'm
at
not
me.
pissed off. It's not talking about.
Yes.
They've already accepted. This is what they require.
Where? You show me where.
Here.
Initial payment.
Yes.
Okay. So where does it say they already got hired? Unless you're getting the prospective henchman to seek employment. The player character desiring to hire one or more of them
Yes.
must be prepared to make a substantial offer, which is compared to the following combinations or considerations. Right? So if the initial payment of not less than 100 gold pieces a level,
Yeah.
this will give a base 25% interest. That's me.
Oh, interest, not interest.
Yes, that's what I was just saying. Because when we started, we were on the same page. And it's like, oh, I'm going to get money interest. But they're not talking about that. I got something in my throat. They're talking about interest to work for you.
Okay, they should really use different
I
wording.
understand that because we went through the first time you read it as both on the same page, but the wrong page. Halfway through you reading it further, I realized we were wrong. Okay?
Uh huh.
So, That's what I'm talking about. We're first edition, right? So all that work you went through to get the guy to come talk to you, right? Because you spent what, 300 gold because the guy's working for you, and you said you'd be here at this point at time. The agent got you a guy there.
Yeah.
It's first level guy. He says, "Hey, I'm considering working for you," and you say, "We'll give you $100." And I'm first level. I'm only a 25. What are you going to do to sweeten the pot? So what does it do to say to sweeten the pot? Because right now it's only 25%. Does your charisma help?
Okay. For each additional 100 gold pieces that you spend, I guess, on them, increases it by 10% up to a maximum of 55.
So my first level guy.
Yep.
If you give him 200, he's 35%. 300, he's 45. 400, he's 55%. That's as much as you can do by money. So $400, 400 gold pieces. I'm here, and now I'm 55% chance to do it. And you'd have to roll. You wouldn't have to pay me if I don't want to work for you. But you've already paid to get me there.
Yep.
Right? So might as well use old-fashioned dice, right?
Yeah. Well, there's more stuff that's going to increase it, though.
So, right? Okay. So is that not enough right now? You've spent all that work to get me here. Who says I'm that damn good in the first place? But I'm here. Okay.
Yep, the prospective henchman must be provided with complete equipment according to their class or classes.
Okay.
Magic items included will make the character more interested in accepting the position.
Okay.
Assuming they can use such items.
What's he gonna give me? What do you got?
For each magic item, exclude arrows except in groups of 5.
Except for 5 arrows, right?
You can't parse out your magic arrows for them.
Okay.
Increase interest by 15% per.
So now I can be up to 70.
No, it's per magic item.
I know, but I can be up to 70% if you give me a magic sword to work with as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I'm 70%. And I still
there's no limit on how many magic items you can give to make them to bribe them.
Okay. So, and it always goes up by 15.
Yeah.
So you can guarantee I'll work for you for 3 magic items, because at 55, one of them gets me to 70, another one gets me to 85, and another one gets me to 100. So 3 magic items, $400, right? Gets a first level dude to work
Guaranteed.
For you. So exactly, do you want all that? Where are you stopping? I just show up for $100.
There's all other ways. There's still more ways you can entice them with quarters and support. The PC must offer reasonable housing and promise free food and clothing as needed to the prospective henchmen.
Or what? What if you don't?
This simply adds 5% to the interest level when offered, but failure to promise such quarters and support will lower interest by 25%.
So wait, so you give you 3 items, right? All that stuff. It's like, well, where am I going to sleep and stuff? Oh, you got to do that on your own. Okay, you got to give me another 2 magic items, right?
Yeah.
Or we still got to roll.
Yeah.
So what happens if you make an offer and he fails? Oh, so does it matter? Do you have to keep? Because here's what you would do.
Well, you get a bunch of applicants.
But first your guy's here. Well, yeah. Or here's your guy. We'll give you 100 gold. That's 25%. If you hire him there, he's done.
Yep.
Right?
I don't think he accepts any more offers, does he?
Huh?
Would they accept any more other offers if they?
If he just says, no way. Maybe. But, because you can't make the same roll twice.
But wait, there's still more things to entice them.
Okay. Well, so if you don't give me a place to stay, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
All right.
There's activity and shares. The player character must state what amount of activity the prospective henchman will be given, and
how much I gotta work,
and what duties and position it is envisioned for them.
I'm not gonna cook.
Furthermore, the prospective henchman must be told what share of treasure they can expect from their adventure.
Equal.
And what division of magic items can be expected.
Wait. So now
it doesn't give any percentages for that, though.
But but you gotta say it beforehand. So if you don't even say it, I'm not even gonna work.
Yeah.
But But that's partly why that caller goes, well, I'll take the boots and you guys can have the coppers. Right?
Characteristics of henchmen. The characteristics, including alignment of NPC applicants, are discussed under the section I don't know how to say that word.
Persona?
Yeah, okay, that's how you say it. I've never seen it written like... I don't know if I've ever written it. Of non-player characters. You, as DM, can describe how to best reveal all this information to the PC, some by relating to what is seen, some by actually playing the role of the applicant. If the character asks specific questions, remember that the applicant might take this amiss. Then there's acceptance of employment.
Okay.
When the basic level of interest is found and characteristics discovered, roll percentile dice if the PC states a desire to accept the applicant as a henchman.
Right. So you have to go through all that first. Right?
Yes. Adding the player character's charisma reaction adjustment to the interest level.
Okay.
And if the
it's a 10, because that makes it even, right?
And if the dice score does not exceed interest in charisma reaction adjustment, the NPC accepts employment's roll under.
He does what? Doesn't.
So roll under.
Right. Because of 25%, you're gonna be less than 25% or under.
Yeah.
So there you go. How about the orange die is my 10s?
Sure.
How much you gonna give me? What are you doing?
You're
gonna
level
be cheap?
1?
Yeah, I'm level 1. What are you gonna do for me?
200 gold. And we're gonna be free food and winter coats.
These are like old dice.
And we have a tent.
Okay, so I got a place to stay.
Yep.
We're gonna give me a portion of the gold that we find. Is that what you said?
Oh, yeah.
Surely you told me I got a share.
Yeah, you get 10%.
But there's only 5 of us. Shouldn't I get 20%? That'd be equal.
They're not. These other 4 people.
Huh?
They didn't ask for money up front.
Oh.
Because they're player characters.
Okay, whatever. So that's fine. You say that's your deal. So this is the deal you take, right?
Yeah.
10%. So you've given the share.
Yep.
You've given me 200, so that gave me, what was it, 15? Up
That gives
from the
you
20. So I'm
10
up to
from the base 25, so 35.
35.
But I've said we'll feed you, so that's another 5.
So 40%
Yes.
chance. That's good enough for me. You're not giving me any magic items?
Nope.
All right. Orange is your 10.
You're level 1, you're just gonna die. Though I suppose you just pick up all the gold back
That's
off
the
of
table.
him when you take him adventuring, no?
We got something and a 0. Do what?
I suppose that makes it...
Oops. This is on the table.
If you think about it this way, if they
60. What was the percent?
40.
Fuck right off. You gotta go find another guy. He's done.
That's supposed to think...
He's not. You didn't hire that guy. He's left. What?
Though, to think about it this way, all the gold you're spending on these guys, when they die in the dungeon, you just take it back off of them.
Totally. Now you're thinking like a player character.
It'd be a shame if we stabbed him in the back, too.
Well, that would be an evil thing to do, wouldn't it?
No. Actually... no, all you gotta do is convince the paladin that he's actually evil.
And let him take care of it. So you can see there used to be highlight here. I had read this at one point years ago, and it's like, oh cool, I'm so excited, I'm gonna have people to play with. Wow. That's why DMing, you can make it seem really hard, right? People talk about why DM and how hard it is. It doesn't have to be this hard, right? These rules are here just in case you thought about it.
A piece
right?
of dust has found its way.
If your group says, that's because the lid's on.
Yeah. Got it. Though.
If your group says, hey, we want to hire a henchman and we'll give them $100 and you're fine with that and you want to just move on and no one, it's having fun and let's just go, there's no reason to go through all this, right? So, but the rules exist because if you say, no, you, I shot you, no, you didn't, right? If they're treating the henchmen, right, like dirt, you should make rolls. If they're cocky and they come into town and say, we'll just pick up some guys, it's like, you know what? You want to really think about how it is? I mean, here it is in this town of this size. And it's going to take you this long before a guy shows up. Do you really want to wait around? Right? And you don't have to role play every minute. That's another thing, right?
Yeah.
When people start thinking you have to role play every minute, you can play every minute, and you should role play the fun minutes. But don't turn the role play part into a grind part. Nor should you turn getting the henchmen into a grind. When it stops being fun, give the henchmen fudge some monies and move on. Equipment of henchmen. You know what they come with? What do I got now? Behind door 1, we've now hired what? You hired a first level. We didn't, but say you kept offering a guy. Another one finally makes it. You roll a something 9. What is that? 89. Nope. You've gone through 2 of your prospects. 25. You got one. And he would have done it for just $100.
And a place to sleep.
And a place to sleep. So you got a desperate one. Oh, that'd be fun to do it that way. So you don't have to roll it over and over and over again. You figure out, okay, if you got a henchman for an 89, meant you had to give him a couple magic things and whatever, right? Because you didn't your roll. If you rolled a 25.
Hang on. Hang on. For 5%, if you have, say, like 100 people, one person, one prospect, should do it for nothing but a charge, a share in the thing.
Sure. But how long do you have to wait for 100 people?
All sorts of that depends.
That was what
right? Because
yes. But here's the thing, right? That's why if you say we're not paying you anything, awesome. I'm your DM. You do whatever you want.
No,
but here's what it says. But I have
food.
a rule.
He'll do it for food.
I'll do it, of course, because he's fucking homeless. Sure, of course he would. But here you go. Where was it?
I won't even pay. I just give you a pot of beans.
Well, here's your henchman. This part. Did you sue? Locale and racial distribution.
I went past that. It just
get a dwarf.
It's just the percentile to randomize what type of person shows up.
I understand that. So number, human and half-orc characters suitable for level advancement are found at a ratio of 1 in 100. Other races. Okay, we skip all that, right? Effective locations. While there might be as many as 25 or more prospective henchmen in a city of 25,000 suited above.
It's just real glare.
What I would rather have you remind me is what we're listening to.
The banjo bands.
No, but what does it say? There's no better. What was this said right here? No, not the. They're virtuoso banjos, which is why we're now. What does it say?
Old-time favorite spell, relaxation, fun, and nostalgia.
So we're having relaxation, fun, and nostalgia with the banjo band. So you said there's going to be 100 guys. Odds are, right?
Well, no, if there were odds for 100 guys.
So for that, right? They say, well, there might be as many as 25 or more prospective henchmen in the city of 25,000 that they mentioned above.
Yeah.
So that says you need a city of 100,000 people. So you need as many people like
you go to London.
Oceanside, right? Yeah, exactly, right?
You go to London, so let's pick up.
If you're gonna get a guy that'll work for nothing,
you
need to go to a big ass town.
He needs
a place to sleep. Yeah, and food.
No, that's what I say. You cannot pay him 100, and not give him.
Right.
Thing Well, I guess no, it wouldn't work because if you don't give him a place to sleep,
He'd be minus.
he'd be minus 25%.
Yeah, you never can roll a minus.
Yeah, so I guess you have to promise to give him a
Beans.
tent.
He'll do the beans.
He'll do it for a tent and beans,
All
and,
I need
and you say you're not getting any share of it. You
Is
just
a-
get a tent and
Yep.
beans.
If you give me a full stomach and a place to lay my head, I'm yours.
And that's
Right?
well. Then hang on. Then you have to do with perspective. Like if you're at like
But that's-
a frontier town,
wait.
there should be a lot of that type of person almost.
Maybe. You got so now you're getting into DMing. Right?
Huh?
You can't just so it's a fun world when you don't just go to the town and pick the guy up and do it. That's a grind, right? Now it's a grind to go through all this maybe with the players, but if you have this in mind, and that's why I say you read these rules, right? You don't have to follow these rules, but it gives you the idea that when they come into town and they're just saying, "Hey, come work for us," they're gonna have to
Safe.
wait a long time for the less they pay. You know, all that stuff. Just make it hard, right? That's what she
Oh
said.
no, I'm a henchman.
But
Hey,
wait,
damn it! I'm the
So-
one that's been doing it for fucking a place to sleep and food.
yeah, you've been doing exactly. What the hell are you thinking? So first off, to get the guy there, you spent. Okay, wait. So each method can be tried once a month, right? With any hope of success. So first off, you had to, post a thing. If you do all that stuff to get somebody there, you go through all that effort, and you're trying to get a guy for free. You're going to be spending 300. Let's see, almost 400 gold pieces if you did all the methods to get them all to show up in the first place, and then have it work really well. Right?
Are you supposed to find money when you're out and about?
What?
Do the monsters just carry around checkbooks?
Yes, they have gold pieces because they've killed all the people that came before you and took their money.
What are the monsters going to do with it? They're not
Welcome to-
allowed in town where the money can be spent.
Welcome to first edition. So you can try that once a month with any hope of success. Reduce the percentage chance of effectiveness of each method by 5% when used in combination. So if you hire an agent, a crier, and in public, all those methods are less effective.
Than if you just did one.
Yes.
Because they hear about multiple ways, like, oh,
Yeah,
geez, these guys
exactly.
just want a bunch of random nut jobs.
Sure. And so if you went to that 100,000 people to get the 100 prospects, you're still only going to get like 50 of them per month, and you can only do it once a month because they didn't check the papers that week or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, so let's give you 2 months to get in the really big town. You've spent 800 gold pieces on getting people there. Plus the daily thing you have to pay just to live, right?
Yeah.
And you got an inn.
Oh, I guess that would be like luxuries, what? Or common person's, what, 3 gold or something?
I'm not
A
sure.
night? I don't know.
Well, so then you go. So say you decide. Duplication. The special cost for frequenting inns and taverns is a combination of a price of a round of drinks for the house
You need to pay everybody.
and a fee to the barkeep to mention the prospective employer to adventurers. For each 10 gold pieces, 50 gold pieces maximum, of fee, there's a 1 to 4% chance of reaching a henchman. So you're still not getting them.
Nope.
That's why when you go into Neverwinter Nights, right? And you go into the bar and it's like there's 6 guys to pick from.
I've never done. I just hired Tommy.
I know, exactly. But so let's give you
Why would you not want Tommy?
I don't know, because he does everything. He's great.
If you want, he does everything. He fights well. Guess what? He unlocks the unlockable things,
I
even if you're the
understand that.
rogue.
I understand that.
And the couple trap things that he won't unlock because it kill you if you unlock it.
Yeah.
You just buy some throwing axes.
And throw it at it, yeah, and break it. No, I get it.
Sorry.
Set it off. Up to 10 establishments can be worked, but for each visited, the effectiveness of the others is reduced by 1%. Therefore, the PC had better spend in excess of 20 gold pieces in payments to innkeepers and barkeeps if he or she is planning to try this method in more than a few establishments. Now, here's our example. The PC decides to try a media blitz. Okay, wait, hang on. Hold that space. I'll read it. We got to have some background.
The reason you use the throwing axes, at least in the version that we had on the XP machine, they didn't have they dealt full damage to.
Is this something for today?
Sure.
Okay.
It dealt full damage to the boxes, I guess, because it was still considered an axe and not a ranged weapon that do no damage to boxes and doors and stuff.
Oh, when you're using Tommy and breaking things?
Yeah. The throwing axes. So Neverwinter Nights, at least.
You should always have Tommy as a.
You should have. Yeah. Throwing axes.
But didn't Tommy have throwing axes?
No.
Whoa, what is this?
He has a sling or something.
What is this? These are big.
He might have
rings.
throwing axes, but you can't get him to bash things. You, the player, if you have the skills, if it lets you use them, it's a great utility item.
Yeah, throwing axe.
Sorry, that's
no. I get it. No, that's gaming. The system is behind you there.
What am I looking?
Oh, that's it. I thought your shirt was one of these.
Trying to figure out what you were handing me. By the way, here's the banjo.
This is like never been played. Did we heard both sides of the banjo?
Yes.
I felt very relaxed and.
Right. We listened to both sides.
I don't know if we did.
I'm sure we listened to both sides.
All right.
I'm positive.
All right.
We've listened to 2 albums and we're like 2 hours in.
All right.
We had to have done it.
All right. Well, because all I know is told me.
Yes, we did listen. I remember
that I was gonna listening to it. Oh, you know what I didn't have? I didn't have a cup of coffee and a sandwich, because otherwise it was like a spell. It would spell relaxation, fun, and nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel a little bit lacking, so it must be because I didn't have a sandwich or a cup of coffee. What is this of which I am listening to now? Guitar artistry of Carlos Montoya. What's the guy in? What do we look for in Princess Bride? My name?
Inigo Montoya?
Is it? So this is not. This is his brother Carlos playing. What looks like type. This looks like someone typed on the back to say what he was playing. And it's probably been played like twice. This is Montoya Legend. It is safe to say that the Spanish gypsy family, can I say that anymore, of Montoya provides for lovers of flamenco a legend. It is not yet generally so understood. It will certainly be so in time to come. Carlos's famous uncle, Ramon, was by all odds the foremost flamenco guitarist of his generation. Over a decade ago, at the age of 80, he was still vigorously giving performances, making records. Ramon's last playing of those years was characterized by a dreamy, almost song-like quality.
That better be a song.
It's like, wow, when you play the guitar, it almost sounds like a song. This is nice. Mm-hmm. So, here. I was going to read that. You're just holding my place. Because I'm interested in the example.
Mm-hmm.
That is a crisp album. That's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now we're going to do an example of all that we've learned. You ready?
Uh-huh.
The PC decides to try a media blitz to find a henchman. Ready?
Yep.
He posts notices and gets a 30% effectiveness. Hires a crier, who is 3% effective. Hires agents, who are 30% effective, and spends 500 gold pieces in fees in inns and taverns to get an average 15% effectiveness after the overlap. The total coverage is 30% plus 3% plus 30% plus 15% equals 78% minus 15%. Okay?
Oh, wait, so the tavern just attracts people to show up.
It's another way to do it. It's another method.
Yeah, not you're hiring people straight out of the tavern.
Right. It's just another method is to canvass the taverns trying to find a guy. Right?
Yeah.
Use of 3 methods beyond the first is at minus 5 per method. That's what the minus 15%. So that equals 63% final total. Will seek service. Right?
Huh?
Oh, wait.
Wait. So hang on.
Wait. Assume 65%, because it's 63. 65% of the total eligible NPC henchman characters will seek service.
Right. Okay. So hang on. Pause a second.
Mm-hmm.
Which standalone thing by itself? What's the highest percentage it pulls by itself?
The best it could do, hiring an agent, could get you 50%.
Why not? It just seems like a waste of money to go any
You
higher.
wouldn't necessarily get the 50% from that guy. You get from 20 to 50%. So you probably roll a D3, and if it was a 3, he's 50%. If they get a 1, he'd be 20% or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Oh no, you'd be a D4. 1 is 20%, right?
Yeah.
And a 4 is 50%. Right?
Uh-huh.
20, 30, 40, 50.
Yeah.
Right? So you still might hire the guy for 300 gold pieces and he's only 20 fucking percent.
Yeah,
So
okay.
they're not going to do that.
Okay.
Right?
Just because I was going to say, if you can get like 50%, that extra 10% might not.
Well, yeah, if you roll a 4. So maybe you hire the guy and he sucks. So you decide. Anyway. So you assume 65% of the total eligible henchmen seek service. Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the original DMG is what we're working on. Okay. Whatever final percentage figure is arrived at, this is multiplied by the total available non-player characters available as henchmen. Use proportions for racial types unless the methods of
Employment is specific.
so I have to pull this down, right, to open it up so I can see, and it goes over the top so I can't see it. Unless the methods of informing prospective NPCs neglected some area where a specific race is concentrated. Okay. It will take 2 to 8 days for all prospective henchmen who are going to apply to locate the player character and seek him or her out to apply for the job. During this period, the PC must remain in place, right?
Mm-hmm.
You said this, right? Or else they get pissed and they don't show up or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And then how you treat them, all that. So you get 63% of the people to show, or 65% of the people to show up.
Mm-hmm.
So you still don't get your 100, right?
Hmm.
Unless you get to a place that has 200,000 people in it, because then you're going to get 100 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're trying to get a guy to work for free, right?
Yeah.
So you can take a whole month
I get some guy.
to get a free guy.
Yeah. Some say it might not be worth it. I don't know.
Cost of successful employment. Did you do that yet?
Oh yeah, I did. That's what we. That's where it.
Oh wait. Of the total number of prospective characters who are capable of working upwards in level, the distribution of class as follows. So now you find of those people, right? You got to find out 44% of them will be fighters. 20% are clerics. 20% are magic users. 15 are thieves, and 1 is a monk. 1% is a monk. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Non-human characters located will have 2 classes if they have scores of 14 or greater in 2 major ability areas. Oh my god, you gotta roll them up? Then you have the initial payments. Acceptance. When the basic level of interest is found... Oh, you rolled it, right?
Huh?
Roll percentile dice. The PC states a desire to accept the applicant as a henchman. Adding the player character's charisma reaction. Right. So you got it, right? We hired the dude. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All henchmen, so you spent the month. All that money. You got a guy.
Mm-hmm.
All henchmen will come with nothing. except the normal
They come with
clothes.
nothing.
Except the normal clothes
buy it.
they wear. Although they will have a few copper and silver coins, they will have nothing of value. No armor or weapons. Nothing.
You can't lure them all here just to murk them for more than pennies.
Their wretched state is, in fact, one of the prime motivations for their seeking employment with a successful adventurer. They are broke. They got doodly squat. Exceptional henchmen. From time to time, player characters will manage to capture or otherwise have in their power
Capture.
characters of higher than second level. This is in itself of no consequence, but what if a player character then makes an offer of henchman status to the other character? 1. If the non-player character is more than 2 levels greater than the player character,
And flat out refuse.
only associate status, possibly for but one adventure or undertaking, perhaps for 2, will be accepted, regardless of the amount of
Cannot fully come with you,
You
twice.
cannot give me enough money to make you stay with you. Was in the D&D movie? The paladin guy, he shows up for that one thing, and he's like, I'm out of here.
Yep. Is he gonna move around the boulder?
Nope, he's gonna go right over it. Right?
I love how you can still see him in the background for like that whole next scene.
Yep. If the NPC is 2 levels lower to 2 levels greater than the player character, the NPC will consider only offers becoming temporary hireling or an associate for 1 to 4 weeks, or adventures and undertakings. If the NPC is 3 or more levels under the level of the player characters, he or she will consider the offer, but all of the normal requirements of the offer and acceptance must be handled as usual. If the offer is forced, do it or else you die, the loyalty of the henchman will be that of a slave. It will be that of captured and enlisted unless considerable sum of additional money or considerations of magic are given. So you can't threaten them. This is nice. Hear how quiet it is though? It's good.
You want louder?
No. Loyalty. That's what I read to start with, is just the loyalty, right?
Yep.
So, that's enough for them, right? Hold that. Show the cover, because it's nice. It's their cover. Where did the original 5e...
What?
Nothing. Page 273. I can't read it in here either. 274, look at that, I turned 1 page off of it. Here, you want to read Morale? Is it hot out here, or is it just
It's
me?
warm in here.
Okay,
It's almost like you left the garage door open on like a very hot December
Did on
day.
purpose, you betcha.
Creating a monster.
Nothing like ripping my pants.
Or do you want
No, I want the Morale.
not hitting cover? Or cleaving
Morale.
through
I
creatures?
want Morale.
I'm sure cleaving through creatures might have an effect on morale.
It might, let's hear it. What do they
Morale. No,
say? I know.
morale. Some combatants might run away when a fight turns against them.
What?
You can use this
Wait, I just paid all that? Oh, this is 5e.
Yes.
Okay.
You can use this optional. You already read about how they
Right.
usually-
In this one, we paid all that, and they go, "Okay, I'd like you to go do that dangerous thing." And they go, "Wait, you better roll, or I'm out of here."
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? That'd be fun. You get them all the way to the keep on from the keep on the border.
All right, we've
get 'em all the
hired
way
this
into the
halfling
thing.
and Hobbiton. We've
Here they come. Yep.
we come all the way across the country.
And then he's like, says,
Nah,
"What? I ain't going in there, man. I'm out of here."
it doesn't give you anything back.
You know what would happen?
You stab him.
You'd stab his ass. Yep. You know, the day one out of town. You know, you're.
Yeah, then immediately though,
Huh?
and then immediately, I'm a witness to this here crime from Red Dead. Remember?
Yes. And then you got to kill that one. Yeah. And then you're evil. And then your paladin leaves and starts killing it. The whole thing falls apart. That's actually in the old days. that's how you can just destroy a party. That's right. If someone comes in,
Someone becomes evil.
They just do something like that, and the paladin says, "Well, my guy would do this," and it's like all because he couldn't turn his back. But fair enough.
You can use this optional rule to help determine when monsters and NPCs flee.
Okay, let's hear it. But see, it says you can. Doesn't tell you must.
A creature might flee under any of the following circumstances.
Okay, what creature am I? First off, I'm just a hireling right now. Or is this just for creatures?
This first half is for creatures.
Okay. I am a kobold coming to fight.
No, I think this is for
Anybody's a creature.
anybody. Yeah.
Okay, I am your first level hireling. That you are.
Oh, this is great. This is better. The creature is surprised.
Ah, I'm out of here. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he leaves the party.
Yeah, no.
Wait, what is it? Does it just mean he leaves the combat?
It just says flee.
Okay.
Flee is probably
an
a
action.
keyword. Yeah.
Isn't flee an action? It's a 5th edition action, right?
Yeah.
Here, wait. I got my homemade DM or screen, right? What do I got here? Which, by the way, if you have access to Maryland flags, you have cool-looking medieval stuff. Looks medieval anyway. Oh, I've taken everything apart. Actions. I don't have flee as an action. That'd be just a dash, wouldn't it? I think fleeing, you take the dash and disengage. Right? That's what I would do. You would disengage and dash. Are you looking at flee?
It does not.
Does flee show up in Baldur's Gate? Wow, that was
I
quick.
don't remember. Hey, it's 15 minutes. A little under 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's also not compressed.
It does not have...
You can compress. You can make.
Oh, put more stuff on it?
Yeah, you can make them closer together or farther apart, type of thing.
They're, it's not in the index.
No, I feel bad. There's dust on it, so hang on. I'll stop it. Fleeing isn't in the index. Fleeing's probably in the player's handbook.
Probably.
I'll look it up in a second.
So the first one is the creature is surprised. You get surprised.
Okay.
The creature is reduced to half its hit points or fewer for the first time in this battle.
Right.
Or in the battle. It says the battle, but I'm sure it means this battle.
You're sure of that?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's
You're the DM. You can do it how you want. But I mean, if it's the first time, if I'm.
No, it says in the battle, not.
All right.
It says in the battle.
Do you know where our new DMG is?
It's up there. Unless you pulled it out from not up there.
Well, it's up here. Which spot? Oh, I stood up now. I gotta pee.
Yeah. The creature has no way to harm the opposing side on its turn.
I can't do a thing, man. I'm out of here. Okay, that's fair enough. Here it is.
It's like, I'm not going to sit here and get squashed.
Oh, the guy fell down. Is that why that knight is always on the ground?
Maybe.
And
A
that's
group of creatures might flee under any of the following circumstances. So this is from something that's not the individual.
okay.
All creatures in the group are surprised.
Okay, he's still out of here.
The group's leader is reduced to 0 hit points.
Oh, God, I'm outta here.
incapacitated, taken prisoner, or
These are-
removed from battle.
And these are rolls, right? This is a time to do a morale
I think
check.
there's your illusion mage. Be like,
Uh-huh.
the leader, he's gone, he done disappeared.
Yeah. And I say this,
get-
but buddy, that's what takes a grind and makes it into a realistic thing. Is when you do these types of things, right? You add morale. You make that a role too, a public role, because you don't have to. You do it private, but as a public role, how cool is that?
And the last one,
What?
the group was reduced to half its original size with no losses on the opposing side.
Yeah, we ain't doing nothing to these guys. I'm out of here.
We're out of here.
Yep. Okay. Well, I am as a morale guy. See, fight or flight. 48.
To determine whether a creature or group of creatures flees, make a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw. See, it is a Wisdom save.
Right, and 10 just is in the middle.
Yep, for the creature or the group's leader. If the opposition is overwhelming, the saving throw is made with disadvantage. Or you can decide that the save fails automatically.
Hang on, I gotta pee.
You can automatically just run them away.
Yep, you just say they're out of here. I gotta pee.
They gone.
Buddy, does it have if they need to go to the bathroom?
No. It. I forgot they have the map in the back of this of the DMG. We're looking for morale. To pull this up from his back.
I don't know if anybody's fed the cats. Amber's in there, right?
Unless the car's down, she's getting her teeth serviced.
No, she did that this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
Huh?
When did you do that?
Must be before you.
When I was out biking? Did she do it while I was out biking?
Yeah, must have.
Back because the car wasn't gone.
No.
Was it?
I don't know. She went. She came back.
Morale, Sea Fighter Flight, page 48.
I know.
Oh.
I did that. And then I was on page 48, and I didn't instantly see it because...
Okay, well, I still got stuff here for regular 5.
Okay.
You can automatically run away. Okay. If a group's leader can't make the saving throw for whatever reason...
So the leader makes it to try to get people to keep them here.
Uh-huh. If
That's
it's
your
a group,
charisma.
for the group,
right.
it's the leader.
Okay, that's your charisma guy. Oh, okay, because if the group's half goes away, everybody... If half the group dies... But this is for PCs too? This is for NPCs.
Yeah.
This is not PCs. I can never do it for you. This, by the way, if you have a text sound, I highly suggest the oh boy sound.
From Men too?
Yeah, because I'm in the bathroom. Right? As soon as I got stuck in the... Oh boy. My pocket starts saying, oh boy. It just is... It's always timed really well. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. So it just said, oh boy. Oh, it wasn't that though.
Am I supposed to respond to someone?
No.
Did I get a text and I've not been on my phone the whole day?
I got something in Discord from somebody that says, do I have a moment? And I don't have... You're the only person that I basically discuss things, so it's... I do not...
It is not someone you know already?
I do not recognize, so it's one of those things.
Understandable.
So, there you go. Unless,
I was debating...
If you're on Discord, and I know you...
Yeah.
You're in this house...
Huh?
Or you have a chance to be watching me right now.
Yeah.
Other than that...
I've been debating flipping the switch, because there's some settings you can throw in. That basically means no one can just straight up DM you. Like, you have to...
Yeah. So, probably I should do that.
Like, there's a couple ways you can do it. One is to, like, it makes it ask, hey, do you know this you can make it say, hey, do you know this person before you accept the DM request.
Yeah.
Or you can just say straight up, no one except someone I've already accepted as a friend.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Can DM me.
I know how it works.
If the group's leader can't make the saving throw for whatever reason, creature in the group with the next highest charisma score makes the saving throw instead, but it's still a
So
wisdom
if he's
save.
grappled or dead.
Yeah, but it's still a wisdom save.
Right.
The
Yeah.
highest person there,
Right.
based
You want
off
the guy,
charisma.
it's the old, exactly. You want the guy that is your leader
Yes.
to tell everybody, no, we can still make it. Although actually, your leader should be saying, Jesus, half the guys are dead, leave.
Yeah.
But apparently he hasn't. Okay.
On a failed save, the affected creature or group...
What increases it of 10? Oh, plus my charisma?
Huh?
Plus the charisma of the leader.
There's no... Oh, increasing or decreasing.
It's always just a 10?
Yeah. It's
No.
disadvantage if there's no way we can...
But all right, but it should be. I mean, if I should get a bonusy thing, that's part of me being a leader. So I'd be using my charisma to keep you guys from running away.
No, it's using the leader's wisdom. The charisma is why everyone listens to you. Wisdom is stopping from
Them
running away.
Okay, that's fine. But either way, so I get a wisdom bonus. I should get.
Yeah, it's a
plus.
wisdom save.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
It's not 50%. It's
Gotcha.
a wisdom save.
Yeah, but it's 50% is at a 10, and then I get a wisdom of plus whatever.
Yeah.
That makes it so. I mean, whatever. Every number on a d20 is a 5% increase.
Huh?
So
And
if
they
it's
left
a
it-
12. It's a 60% chance.
Yep. On a failed save, the affected creature or group flees by the most expeditious route. If escape is impossible, the creature or group surrenders. If a creature or group that surrenders is attacked by its conquerors, the battle might resume, and it is unlikely that further attempts to flee or surrender will be made.
Right. We give up, and they keep attacking.
A failed saving throw isn't always to the adventurer's benefit. For example, an ogre that flees from combat might be put to the rest of the dungeon, put the rest of the dungeon on alert, or run off with treasure the characters had hoped to plunder.
Yep.
There you go.
That's good. I like that.
That is what it says.
That's good. 5e is good. Here's the new 525 or 5.
What doth it
2024.
add?
Huh?
What does it add?
Fight or flight. Few creatures fight to the death. Nearly all creatures have survival instincts that cause them to reevaluate their tactics in the face of their own destruction. Sapient creatures, confronted by obviously more numerous or powerful opponents, usually try to avoid battle, but brave, desperate, or devoted creatures might never retreat from a battle. You can't decide whether a creature is willing to fight. Okay, so they've kind of just... This is a blanket morale thing. Or moral thing. Yeah, morale thing. They just call it fight or flight. So they take the morale out of it. Anyway, DC 10 wisdom saving throw before initiative is rolled. You can set the DC higher or lower if you like. So basically, they're taking out of... Remember I said if you make a rule, if you first off start with a general thing, hey, if they're going to leave, it's a DC 10 fight or flight, right? If you start getting, if this situation happens, you must roll. If this situation happens, you roll. If this situation happens, you roll. You get to a state that situation is not covered, therefore I don't roll. This is pulling it back to say, hey, if you think they were not, things want to try to stay alive and stuff, if you think that they should get a roll.
Yeah.
They should roll. You don't just automatically get to send them in there.
Yeah.
On a failed save, the creature either flees or tries to parlay with the enemy, see avoiding an enemy fight below. Avoiding or ending a fight. On a successful save, the creature is willing to fight. When dealing with a group of creatures, the leader makes this saving throw on behalf of the group. When creatures are already engaged in battle, realize they're likely to lose, they usually try to exit that battle. A monster is likely to flee if either of the following are true. This is for monsters. Well, this should be true for anything. If the monster starts to turn bloodied. I don't remember what's bloodied now. Is that half?
That's half, yeah.
Is that leftover from 4th edition, or is that added at 2024? Or was it in regular?
I don't remember.
Okay. Because I've got so many editions in my head. Bloodied, the first time I remember bloodied was 4, unless it was a term in 3rd. But anyway.
It's not Neverwinter Nights. At least not
is third?
not anything that shows up without like
Right.
examining the really
Right.
closely into the console, not console commands, but
Enough. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
You had me at not in there. On the surface.
Yeah.
Not on the surface.
yeah.
Not on a level that's interacted by with the player. Right? But it is on fourth. If it starts bloodied and more than half its allies are dead or of the incapacitated condition, while no one is dead or incapacitated on the other side. So same old things, right? The monster starts its turn bloodied and has the frightened condition. That's cool. In those circumstances, you can decide the monster flees, or you can have it make a DC 10 Wisdom saving throw and flee or parlay on a failed save. In general, if it is obvious to you that the creature is going to lose, assume it's obvious to that creature as well. Right? So what? How do I usually cover that? What's my phrase that covers that?
Fair to the monster.
Yeah, fair to the player, fair to the world.
Yeah.
He's part of the world. Be fair to him. He's like, I'm gonna die. Well, he should act like he's gonna die, which can mean he goes absolutely apeshit nuts, and maybe gets a plus, maybe gets advantage on his attacks,
Yeah.
and he's gonna fucking die. But or he runs or whatever. Gets a disadvantage, frightened, whatever. Be fair to him. Treat him like a member of the world. In those circumstances, avoiding or ending a fight. A creature that wishes to end or avoid a fight has two options. Flight, can retreat or run away on its turn. Select a destination for the fleeing party, such as a known place of safety, perhaps a room with a door that can be closed and barred. If the opponents pursue, you can use the chase section in Chapter 3 to adjudicate what happens. Well, that's a cool way to do it. Otherwise, they just get away. If you don't chase, you're not chasing them. They're just running off. Parlay. As an attempt. Parlay? What is parlay? How do they say that in...
Parlay.
What do they say?
Parlay.
What do they say in... What does that mean? She's invoking parlay.
It means she wants to speak to the captain. Captain.
Well, this is an attempt to settle a
I don't
conflict.
know. I think that was one of the lines, anyways. The first one I do was Jack asked, Captain Jack asking for parlay because he couldn't say it.
I understood it. I understood the reference. If Dice Chuck was here right now, he would say he understood the reference.
Parlay, or whatever he says.
He's delaying them and joking about parlay. It means you want to settle the conflict non-violently. The side that wishes to end or avoid combat offers to surrender or proposes some sort of exchange. If one side wants to parlay in the middle of combat and the other side agrees, you can suspend the initiative order for some interaction. If the two sides don't come to an agreement, pick up the initiative order where it left off. So you can't use it to try to gain the
Initiative order.
You don't re-roll, because think about it. You got a crappy initiative thing. You could go, and then if the DM starts the initiative again, like re-rolls it, then you've gained the system. That's your next initiative, right? Once it's rolled, it's set. That's nice. I like that. No?
Yeah.
That's it. Then they go to character advancement. Milestones, leveling up. So, what do you think about morale from the beginning and Mal to the end? And we didn't do anything in the middle. But I think at 2 hours and a half, we're probably done, right?
I suppose so.
So, what do you think about it? What are your thoughts on
Morales and Henchmen's?
Yeah.
I think I don't like to use blanket statements like no one uses henchmen's anymore, but I feel like henchmen's aren't a standard thing.
Okay. Why not?
Maybe they got replaced by like the DMPC. Almost not like that's a bad thing, but like and just NPC
Is it
followers versus
or did they get replaced just by more hit points? do we now have so many hit points at the start? It used to be at the start you could die really easily, and you couldn't accomplish much without going back and forth and back and forth.
Because it's basically like, right, I don't know, but like the henchmen are basically just level 0 to 2s, right?
Yeah, one. That was they were going to give you a level 1 guy.
Huh.
They're all going to be level 1s just because it's easier.
Hmm.
They're not a level 0 would be just the guy in the caravan that gets killed.
Yeah.
So he just runs right away. He'd have to make a roll to stay.
I think it's my thought. Just thinking now, whatever. It's almost like that position, that party position, got like just an NPC guy that comes along almost or whatever.
So the DM's just
but
provide
not necessarily like you don't need to pay for him or whatever. Not saying
Right.
you couldn't, but it's
Right.
like
he's just part of the starting situation.
yeah,
You are guiding these people, a caravan, and it comes with these 3 guards, and you guys have hired
yeah,
on as
something like
well.
that. Yeah,
So that gets rid of all of the getting the guys, which is fine, right? It's almost left over from being in the outdoor survival on this spot, and you want to go there. We need more guys. I don't have that set up yet. Let's roll it up and figure it out. It slows down the game for the DM to figure out the henchmen. It gives everybody, it's a turn, in a different scale. Like when they, it's a world scale versus fighting scale, right? Like Cascade, you could use that if you're using that as a map board. I think it's partly because you have a new generation of DMs. I think, yes, that's nice if you just put it in at the start, and it's still there, henchmen. But I think we just glaze it over, because it's like you don't think of that until you get halfway through role playing that you have these guys in that caravan, say, and you go, oh, hey, wait a minute, what are you getting paid? I ain't getting paid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're all getting a share from someone else. But if I wanted to hire on with you guys, you just assume he'd come with you or whatever. You say, no, what do you got for me? And he'd still be the DM doing it. But you just give him a name. He's more of a person, is what you're saying, right?
yeah.
And what do you think about the rules now in the current DMG to make him fight versus the old DMG? Or to run or flee?
I think the newer one describes it better than 5.
I think the old one
It describes
seems
the
like it was a
concept.
game. It was like playing battle, whatever strategy game.
5.5 explains the concept,
Right, which is
but that's what that edition tries to do. So
and lets you make a ruling instead of locking you to the rule.
yeah,
Yeah, I think 5e does the job better, though. I think 1e does it is a more of a miniatures rule, right?
yep.
Well, I think the record says we're done.
Does it? The
Yeah.
record speaks.
The record speaks.
The dead speak.
So I enjoyed
What?
that. So, do you think there's enough in there to make in the rule books and just as ideas, to do a video or thing to help people improve their game, or edit that down to a podcast, or that was just a fun 2.5 hours spent and let's let it be done?
I think you could probably edit it
Yeah.
if you wanted to do as such. I think you could do it with a lot of episodes. This were like peeved or something.
Yeah. Well, we had a little peeve moment, but
Did we? Oh, I guess so.
But it wasn't that bad. Lord G. What? Lord
Lord G? Lord Gino coming up? I don't have my phone in here to search for you.
Lord G. Oh, you know who's on?
Elves?
Dragon. Yeah, we haven't been there in a while.
Yeah.
We're just starting up. Let's see if we have anybody join us in starting a raid there. I don't know what he's doing. We got an ad break. We got an ad. Wonderful. Sorry. So I guess That's a oops.
Yeah,
I can stop the raid.
it's probably fine. But
I want to thank people.
I know.
Hang on, I'm gonna cancel. Cancel that for a minute.
Cancel.
Yeah, I want to wait for the ad.
Cancel.
Yeah. And I want to get away from this because it'll say raid now.
Huh?
So I have to cancel here. And then go back to here. Error. Something went wrong. Try that quick action again later. Okay, well. L's. There we go. Okay, now I'm back from my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now we can say goodbye and have people actually hear us, right?
Yep.
Though we've lost people. There we go. So let's go see L's dragon, right? Because he's been doing what? He programs in old NES systems, which is really cool. Nice guy. He's also been doing Whisperstones back up again, which is the character creation and stuff where you use puzzle pieces to put together your characters.
So
Me
he's
and him
back
had
on
that
that.
same idea, and he's been pursuing it as a deal. I just had a long time ago as a scratch thing. He's actually got this whole thing going. And that was cool, and that's how we met. I was sharing that. Wow, that's a cool idea, and I'm really cool that he's pursuing it. So that's what happens when you're old. You see similar ideas and other people pursuing them, but you get used to it. So anyway, thanks for coming. Totally appreciate it. Legend in Time. I don't know if you're still out there lurking, but I enjoy that we've had a fairly constant flow of viewers, and if you've been lurking, I appreciate that.
Just looking over there at my camera. I have to look up there.
You're there, I'm here.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was looking at the old camera spot, so
Yeah,
I'm looking
but you know
off
it's
into
gonna
nowhere.
count me out. So when we get down these rabbit holes, so I appreciate you guys being here. And I appreciate you, Dawson, doing it with us. And until next time, find your wave and ride it. It's out of there. See. Oops. Yeah. Ooh well.